Okay, next one. The question is, a cube of 50 mm long edge has its vertical faces equally inclined to the VP. It is cut by a section plane perpendicular to the VP so that the true shape of the section is a regular hexagon. Determine the inclination of the cutting plane with the HP and draw the sectional top view and true shape of the section. So here the question is about a cube, and it is placed on the HP in such a way that its vertical faces is inclined to the VP, equally inclined to the VP. That you know how it can be, a cube can be placed in such a way that the cube, the faces can be equally inclined to VP. All the vertical faces are equally inclined to the VP. That is making 45-degree inclination, that you know, that we have already seen. Now it is cut by a section plane perpendicular to VP so that the true shape of the section is a regular hexagon. That is the condition. The true shape of the section should be a regular hexagon. We doesn't know the dimensions of the regular hexagon. The only thing that we know is the section is a regular hexagon. Now how to find out this regular hexagon, how to determine where we have to cut the in order to get a regular hexagon? Determine the inclination of the cutting plane with HP and draw the sectional top view and true shape of the section. That is the question. Now we know that in the case of a hexagon there are 6 edges possible. So if we have 6 edges, in the cube also it has to cut through the 6 different faces, because when a section plane intersects with a face, then only we will get an edge. When the section plane intersects with the face on the object, then we get an edge. So an edge of the true shape. So in that case, since the true shape is a hexagon, the section plane has to cut the cube in 6 different faces. How it is possible? Let's see. So this is a cube. How this section plane can cut in such a way that it intersects with the 6 different faces? That is the condition. So suppose the section plane is starting from here in this direction and it cuts it in this direction. So here also there will be 2 faces. It cuts like this. Then it moves to here. If it is cutting like this, it will be having 6 different faces. One is cutting one on the top face, other one on 2 end faces, then again cutting in the 2 end faces and cutting the bottom face. So there will be 6 faces being cut by this particular section plane. All the 6 faces of the cube will be cut by this section plane. So in that case we will get a hexagon. And how this can be a regular hexagon? If it is intersecting, if the section plane is intersecting on all the midpoints of the edges, wherever it intersects with the edges, if it is intersecting at the midpoints, so then in that case it will be of equal length. All the edges will be of equal length. So how this can be drawn in the orthographic view? Let's see. Excuse me. Okay, now how to draw it? First we draw the XY line, and since it is said that the cube is placed on the HP in such a way that all the faces are equally inclined to VP, even though it is not said that it is equally inclined to VP, in order to get the regular hexagon as the true shape, we have to place it in this way itself. That is, otherwise when we cut this the cube with a plane which is perpendicular to VP, we won't be able to cut, we may not be able to cut all the 6 faces. So we place it like this with all the edges equally inclined to VP, then name the edges. Now the front view is also drawn. Now what we find out is, we find out the midpoint of, in order to draw the section plane, we find the midpoint of this face, it is B dash C dash. The midpoint of B dash C dash or C dash D dash. The midpoint of this point as this line, this edge, midpoint of this edge, as well as the midpoint of 1 dash 2 dash. So the midpoint of 2 opposite faces we find out. That is, one is this face and the other one is this face. Actually, this edge in the front view. In the front view, it is the edge 1 dash 2 dash and B dash C dash. We find out the midpoint of those 2 points and then we join those 2 midpoints. Then obviously, since because of symmetry, when we join these 2 straight lines, it should pass through the midpoint of this B2 also. This point also will be the midpoint. Here the midpoint, here also it is midpoint, here also it will become midpoint because of symmetry. So this is how the section plane is obtained. Now the section plane is obtained, the VT is obtained. Now same the points, the section plane has the newly generated corners are marked, P dash, Q dash, R dash, S dash, then P dash, U dash. All the 6 corners, then all the 6 points are, all those 6 points are 6 corners are marked into the front view, P, Q, R, S, T and U. Now all those corners are joined in the top view, then this is the sectional top view. So this is the sectional front view. Here is the sectional top view. So this much is the sectional front view as well as the sectional top view. Since this portion is removed, this particular portion is removed, that portion is not drawn in the top view. That portion is removed, but this portion is remaining in the this portion is remaining in the front view, that is within that particular section. So that portion is left out there. So this portion is left out within our section. I mean the section sub-object. Now in order to get the true shape, we draw the lines perpendicular to this vertical face, then x1, y1. As in the previous case, the distance from P dash, in this case, the distance is to be marked from the top view. That is, in order to get point P, the distance of P in the top view from XY line is marked, taken here. The distance of P, not P dash, it is the distance of P from the XY line is taken here. The distance of P from XY line is taken here. The distance of Q from the XY line is taken here. The distance of R from the XY line is taken here, this point. Likewise, all the points are marked, P, Q, R, S, T and U. Then join all those points to get the regular hexagon as our true shape. So in this case, the catch point, the takeaway home point is that in order to get the hexagon, regular hexagon as the true shape, what you have to do is you have to draw the section plane such that it intersects all the 6 faces of the cube. And for that one, in the front view, the midpoint of B dash C dash and the midpoint of 1 dash 2 dash is taken.